In a small African village surrounded by tall trees and flowing streams, there lived a king and his beloved queen. After many years of waiting, the gods finally blessed them with 2 sons. The elder son, Prince Nedu, was crowned heir to the throne, handsome, strong, and admired by all. As tradition demanded, the prince was expected to choose a bride. Maidens from near and far came forward, each hoping to become the future queen. Yet no matter how beautiful or well-mannered they were, none found favor in the prince's heart. Time passed. The king and queen grew worried and began to pressure their son daily. Finally, when the burden became too heavy, Prince Nedu agreed, but on one condition. "My father," he said, "hold a ceremony. Set a challenge before the maidens of this land. Whoever succeeds shall be my bride." The king was overjoyed. The queen laughed in relief. "There is no challenge," they whispered to each other, that all the maidens could fail. On the outskirts of the village lived a young maiden named Amanda, along with her brother, a quiet, humble young man who had taken the role of both father and mother since tragedy struck their family. A poisonous snake had taken their parents' lives while they were farming, leaving the siblings alone in the world. Amanda was extraordinarily beautiful, yet her beauty brought her sorrow. Other maidens mocked her cruelly, saying, "The gods gave you beauty in exchange for your parents." Because of this, Amanda lived in loneliness. She had no friends, only her brother. When the day of the ceremony arrived, Amanda attended, not out of hope, but simply to escape her solitude. The palace courtyard overflowed with excitement. Maidens stood in colorful garments, whispering among themselves. Then Prince Nedu stepped forward and raised his voice. "I, Prince Nedu," he declared, "I shall marry the maiden who can fetch water from the stream using any of these baskets and return with it intact. For that maiden is the one the gods have prepared for me." A deep silence fell. The king and queen exchanged confused and disappointed glances. They believed the prince was once again trying to avoid marriage. Desperate to win the crown, the maidens rushed forward one after another. Each took a basket and hurried to the stream. And one by one, they returned, soaked from head to toe, baskets empty, hopes shattered. Murmurs spread across the palace. At last, the king rose angrily. "It is clear," he said, "that the prince has no intention of choosing a bride today." Just then, Amanda's brother stood up quietly from the edge of the gathering. With humility and respect, he raised his hand. "My king," he said gently, "my sister is the only maiden who has not yet tried." Amanda froze. She had no intention of participating. But when the king asked her to step forward and take a basket so she might have a fair trial, she had no choice. As Amanda walked toward the baskets, Prince Nedu lifted his gaze, and in that moment, his breath caught. Before him stood the most beautiful maiden he had ever seen. "I have found my wife," he thought. "Even if she fails, she shall still be my queen." The other maidens watched in anger as the prince's eyes followed Amanda, as though he were under a spell. Minutes passed. The palace grew restless. Then, from the distance, Amanda appeared, walking calmly toward the gathering. On her head was a basket, and inside the basket was water. Gasps echoed throughout the palace. Amanda herself could hardly believe it. But as she stood there, she remembered her mother's final words. "I will always be with you, my child. I will make the impossible possible." Prince Nedu sprang to his feet and rushed forward, gently lifting the basket from her head. Before the eyes of the entire village, the prince did something no one had ever witnessed. He went down on one knee. "My lady," he said, "will you be my bride and the future queen of this community?" And so, the orphaned maiden who fetched water with a basket became a queen. Where many fail, one may find favor. The path that defeats the crowd may be the very path prepared for you. Do not measure your destiny by the failures of others. Sometimes, the impossible bows to the one chosen by the gods.
Subscribe to Story Wisp for more stories.